And that does it for the first quarter. Cavaliers. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much out of each other.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media he and LeBron deal with, but also, and Clark, perhaps the most demanding of all are the expectations they've got for each other.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, two guys who expect so much of themselves to start with, who naturally have a vision of how great the other guy should be. I mean, they're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from each other. And that's a lot of fun to watch.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. And the players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight.
All right, now,
and a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
Well, they've come out of that locker room with the hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Rose is the one with Butler as the two. Doug McDermott is out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Noah in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Bulls' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
And it's Rose penetrating. Outside Gibson. Butler on the wing. Pulls up. Drops one in from the wing. Butler's got his second basket of the night. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Here's LeBron. To the inside. McDermott with a steal. Now here's Noah, the fast break opportunity. And here they go. Low block shot. The reverse. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Shumpert gets a wide open look. It's rebounded by Noah.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Well, they're passing to Noah. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got his 3rd rebound tonight. To the inside. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. Smith checked in for LeBron. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Iman Shumpert. The Cavaliers leading by 4. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Irving against Rose. Irving double team. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 3 assists in the game. Bulls have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And it's Butler missing. Cleveland's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And Butler sends it back. Outside Gibson. From past the arc. Cannot hit. And Cleveland the other way now. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Butler goes in. Can't cash in from close range. Cleveland leading by 5. Down low. Deflects the pass. McDermott with a steal. An even 3-on-3 break. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Love.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
That free throw, no good.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. Portis comes in for Derrick Rose. Mirotic is checked in for Taj Gibson. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Butler. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Irving. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for Cleveland.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one. I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
11 seconds left now here in the second. Inside, Fry. And he dumps it down.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that, I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
And the first half is now in the books.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Their biggest lead during the opening period was... And that'll wrap up our halftime show, the third quarter.
The second half just about to get going here.
They just haven't been able to contain Irving. He's got 11 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Kevin Love out there with Thompson. And it's Irving at the 1. James in the post. No luck.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Butler goes in, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Back to Rose. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. That's good. 8 points for Doug McDermott.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him. And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clark you can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
LeBron with another miss. Bulls trail by 5. Shoots from the corner. It's Butler that time on the assist by McDermott. Butler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Outside Irving. And he makes good on the layup. Irving's got 13.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the third. From 12 feet out, and the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
Boy, you gotta love that assist by LeBron.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Rose kicks it to Noah. The Cavaliers pull it in. They've led by as much as 10.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Pau Gasol has checked in for Noah. Portis comes in for Doug McDermott. Mirotic has checked in for Taj Gibson. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Butler. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Alfred Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career high 55% from the floor.
A different look now for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And Shumpert in there for Kyrie Irving.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
The Cavaliers leading by 5. And stolen by Mirotic. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The Bulls have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
And so Gasol nails them both.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Here's Shumpert. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And it's Moore penetrating. Here's Portis. It's hauled in by Fry.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Here's Dellavedova. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Moore. And he trains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
Good.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
Yeah, and the NBA...
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Here's Dellavedova. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Noah is out there with Doug McDermott, and it's Gibson in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. LeBron sets the screen for Shumpert to the left side wing. They grab their own miss. Dellavedova, some solid defense from Butler.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
LeBron outside. Goes up on the wing. Chicago grabs the miss. McDermott's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And it's Butler with the jam.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there.